Hey everyone, what is up? This week on Press Play, it is Throwback Week, so I'm throwing it back to a little thing that I did in October called Meet Alessia Cara after going to the Alessia Cara concert, and I never really told that story, so I'm gonna tell you guys it now. So I went to the Alessia Cara concert October 6th in Detroit for the Know It All Part 2 tour, which was amazing. So we get there, and my friend and I got there like an hour before doors opened, and it was at the Fillmore in Detroit, which is like the prettiest venue ever. And so we get in line, we're not that far back, we get in, it's like a mad rush. We had general admission, so like we had to get like down in the pit, and we ended up only being like 3-4 rows back from like the stage, and the entire concert was literally amazing. Like, I had never really seen Alessia Cara live. Like, I was like, oh, I like her music, and I was like, oh, let's go see her live. So we like went, and like, honestly, best decision I had ever made in my life, hands down. Like, seeing her perform live was so great. That entire concert was amazing. I started off with Nathan Sykes, who opened up first, and he was in The Wanted, and like, he comes on stage and he's holding a freaking cup of tea, and I was like, okay, who's this guy? And he like sets it down, and his guitar player starts playing, and like, holy crap, that guy has vocal cords. And I was like sitting there, I was like googling, I was like, why is he so familiar? And I was like, oh my god, it's that guy from The Wanted. And my friend was like, who's The Wanted? And I was like, they sing that song about the sun. And she was like, I don't know who that is. But like, holy crap, he is great live. His new album, if you haven't checked it out, also amazing. So then he performed, and I was like, okay, 100% getting behind this. And I was like, okay. And then Ruth B comes on, and I was like, wait, who's Ruth B? And then she came out, and my friend was like, Ruth B sings that Peter Pan song. And I was like, let's go. So I knew none of her songs except Lost Boy, but holy crap, I literally have downloaded every single song like she's ever released. Like, it is so good. And then when she sang Lost Boy, it was like the only song everyone in the audience knew all the words to, so everyone was singing along, and she was just like smiling and was like, I don't know, I feel like that's a really awesome moment, is like when the crowd only knows the words to one of your songs, but that one song everyone passionately sings along to. Like, if I was an artist, like, that is the one song. Like, I would be like, let's perform this every day. Unless it was She Looks So Perfect. Like, that song can get dropped. Okay. Alessia Cara comes out, and like, the stage setup and like her band, like the whole entire concert was literally amazing. Like, 1D quality in that performance. Like, the stage setup had like these huge LCD screens, and like, they played like just the imagery that played, and like, I posted a few pictures on Instagram that you can kind of tell what she like does, and like, I don't know how to describe it. And like, her band was awesome. Like, she waved at me, like, that was lit. Okay, so I wasn't like, it wasn't like I was trying to get her to wave at me. It was, she was singing the song Stars, and for the second verse, she had Ruth B come out and sing the second verse. And I was like, okay, this is great. But I was like watching Alessia Cara, because I was just so mesmerized by like how she performed, and like her voice live, and like just her personality. I was just so mesmerized that I just like looked over at her, and I like made direct eye contact with her, and I was like, eh. And she was like, eh. And I was like, eh. So like, it was great. And like, holy crap, that girl got some vocal pipes. Like, she's also like the sweetest person ever, and I noticed that like when she was on stage talking about everything, and like, I was like, girl, I want to be friends with this girl. Like, she just chill as can be. Like, why are we not friends? And so the concert ends, so I look at my friend, like, when we walk out of the venue, and it's kind of cold, and I look at my friend, and I was like, the tour buses are still there. Because when we lined up on the, like, the tour buses were parked on the street, like, right next to the venue, and like, the sidewalk on the other side of the street was where we lined up. And I was So I was like, let's go over and wait, because, like, I don't think she's left yet. Because we got out of there real fast, like, really fast. And we still, like, lingered. So I was like, I don't think she's left yet. So we go over there, and, like, there's two sides of the barricade. So, like, the side that we weren't on had a ton of people. And we were standing next to this, like, girl who was, like, 8 or 9, and she was the cutest thing ever. She was like, Alessia Cara, I love you. I was like, you're so cute. And so we were standing there, and we're standing there, and we're standing there, and it's getting colder, and, like, the crew is coming out and just packing up random things. And I was like, okay, I see you. I don't know if she's still there. And so her part of her band comes out. We're all like, is Alessia coming out? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, you guys rocked. And they were like, thanks. And so then we waited, and then Ruth B came out, and we were like, our side didn't, since it didn't have a lot of people, we were like, Ruth, hey. And she was like, hey. And then she came over and, like, took pictures with everyone, and she was so sweet. And then, like, I think it was her manager ended up giving everyone free bracelets and buttons. I was like, God bless your soul. Like, if I ever was in a position, I'm gonna assume it's her manager or her, like, PR person, like, one of those people. Like, if I was ever, like, a person that, like, dealt with the artist directly, like, I would want to make sure they have a great relationship with their fans, because I know from being a fan of a lot of different people that, like, artists having good relationships with, like, their entire fan base and, like, new fans is, like, A1. So 5 Seconds of Summer, One Direction, hire me. I'd be really good for your social media presence. And so she meets everyone, takes pictures with everyone, and then she, like, goes and, like, has this huge ass case of water and, like, is trying to carry it on the bus, and we were like, you got this. And she was like, thanks. And, like, she struggled to get it up there, but, like, girl, same. And so then we wait even longer, and so we were like, okay. And a couple other people came out that were on her crew, and the mom next to me was like, is Alessia gonna come out? And they were like, yeah, she's just, like, eating dinner and taking a shower, like normal human things. So we were like, okay, we're just gonna stay here. So we waited and waited and waited for another, like, half an hour. And by that point, I was, like, sitting on the ground, laying on the ground on Instagram, curled up in a ball, because I was, like, freezing cold. Because my friend, I was like, she probably bring a coat or a sweatshirt or something, and she was like, nah, it'll be fine. I was like, we were sitting there, I was like, I fucking told you so. And so we wait, and eventually the door opens up, and the people, like, the door swung open towards us, so we couldn't see who was coming out the door. The other side started freaking out, so we were like, okay, we gotta be chill. Because we were, like, the chill side. Like, anytime the door opened, the other side started screaming, and we were like, why are you like this? And so we just started, and we chilled, and she was walking around with, like, her manager, and, like, her manager is so sweet. Oh my god. I want to be, like, if I could ever be a manager for an artist, like, that is the embodiment of what I would want to be. Like, she took pictures for everyone. So, like, they were, like, good. They were, like, selfies. They were, like, she took the pictures, and, like, A1. And, like, so she worked away through that side, and then she came over here, and she was super sweet, and she's, like, talking to everyone, and everyone got their selfies. And she was, like, talking to everyone, and everyone got their selfies with her, and, like, she was so sweet, and she was like, sorry my hair is wet, and I was like, girl, I understand the struggle of wet hair. And, like, she was just so sweet, and she was, like, wearing her own merch, and I was like, literally, I would be doing the same thing. So, like, yeah, that's basically how I met Alessia Cara, and she was so sweet. Like, Alessia, if you ever want a friend, or want somebody to come on tour with you to, like, help with social media or anything, please hit me up. You were really great. I, like, literally would kill to work with you, like, for you, with you. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I discovered my passion. I really want to go into, like, social media, like, with bands and music and touring and stuff like that. So someone hire me, please. I'll work as an intern. Please hire me. So yeah, that's the story of how I met. So yeah, that's the story of how I met Alessia Cara. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, can you guys give this video a big thumbs up? Remember to subscribe down below if you haven't. I also will link my blog post I wrote about the whole experience up in the I don't know which side it's on. So I'll link that up there. Be sure to go check that out. I kind of did a little bit more in depth, I guess, kind of on it. And there's a couple of my Instagram posts in there that you can check out and things like that. that. So yeah, and I will see you guys next week with another brand new video, because I will be uploading next week. I'm about to plan and get ready to film it. So I will see you guys then. And yeah, am doing Vlogmas on my main channel, so be sure to check that out too. I will link that in the eye as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye!